What's going on, guys? Neil Austin here, the No BS fitness professional. Alright, I'm going to start doing something a little bit different for you guys. For some of you that maybe want a little bit more from me, you've probably seen my videos on Instagram and Facebook. They're usually really short, like 1 to 2 minutes max. I usually have a really clear vision of what I want to say in these videos, and I say it, and I don't really put a whole lot of extra information out there. There's not a whole lot of extra rambling or anything like that. It's just to the point, here's your point, kick in the face, and then go about your day. So that stuff is great, especially for just kind of general mindset stuff. For those of you that want something that's a little bit more specific and a little bit more applicable to each and every day of your life, I'm going to dive in a little bit deeper. So this series of videos is going to pretty much document exactly what I did day in and day out to go from 135 pounds soaking wet senior year of high school, okay, not exactly your starting quarterback, to where I'm at now, which is a state record holding powerlifter. Body weight wise, I weigh right about 235, so literally 100 pounds up from where I started. Okay, not too long ago I did a bodybuilding show. I wasn't quite as lean as I should have been, but I was pretty lean, probably 6 or 7% body fat when I stepped on stage. I weighed roughly 220 when I did that. So all things considered, I pretty much have just about or just above 200 pounds of lean body mass on me right now. When I started, guys, at 135 pounds, I didn't even have abs. I mean, I was skinny fat at that weight. So I probably only had 100 pounds or less lean body mass, honestly, when I started. So I've put on at least 100 pounds of lean body mass in a 6 or 7 year time frame. So when I say that to you, you're thinking, wow, that's really fast. What's the secret? What did you do to get those results in that time frame that quickly? Well, guys, most people on the internet are only going to show you their before and after picture. They're going to show you, here's where I started, here's where I finished. They're going to tell you the time frame, and it's going to feel like it was really fast, like it was impossible. But you're not seeing the day-to-day in between those two pictures. You're not seeing all of the hundreds of days, thousands of days that went into getting those results. If you did, you would probably realize, okay, that's actually reasonable. This is a attainable goal that I could achieve myself. So the biggest factor here, and what I'm going to focus on today, is consistency. So there were days when I was trying to put on muscle, trying to get bigger, that I was literally staying up till 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning just to get in an additional meal because I hadn't eaten the number of calories that I should have by a reasonable time. Okay, part of this was just me not planning well. I didn't have a big appetite at this point because I was under eating. But it's what I had to do to get in the calories. So the point of that is not to say, oh, if you're trying to put on muscle, you got to stay up really late and eat a whole bunch of extra meals. That's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is I was so determined to be consistent in my calorie intake and to hit the numbers that I needed to hit, that I was willing to sacrifice those 2-3 hours of sleep to hit those numbers. I did this every single day, guys. Not one day went by when I didn't hit the numbers that I was trying to hit. I've been a little bit obsessive compulsive ever since I was a kid, and I think that definitely played a part. And I'm not promoting that as a healthy mindset. I'm not saying that you should adopt the mentality of being obsessive and neurotic and, freaking out over all the little numbers. But what you should adopt is the mentality of consistency and winning every single day rather than focusing on the big picture and the end result. Every transformation that you see on the internet, every success story is the cultivation of hundreds, thousands of successful days. That's really, really important, because when you stop thinking about where you're trying to be years from now, and you start thinking about what do I need to do today, one day at a time, it becomes a lot easier and a lot less overwhelming. Guys, this is applicable to any fitness goal you have. This video series is not just for somebody who's trying to bulk up. It's not just for somebody who's trying to be a powerlifter. This is for somebody who just needs to know where to start and how to start seeing consistent progress in whatever direction you're trying to go. Okay? If you're overweight and you're trying to get leaner, this applies directly to you as well. So what I did was I focused on the numbers day to day, right? So I had a certain calorie goal that I calculated for myself that I needed to eat in order to put on that pound of muscle, right? Not over the course of the day, but over the course of a couple of weeks. So I was focusing all my attention on hitting those numbers. I had a protein goal that I was shooting for, carbohydrate goal, fat goal. I knew what my numbers were, which is really, really important for your fitness goals. You need to know what your targets are for nutrition. That is step number one. Step number two is figuring out how to hit those numbers every single day, or at least, we're talking at least 90% of the time. If 9 out of 10 days you are right on the money, then you're going to see awesome results, and they're going to seem really, really fast to everybody else. But that's just because you're staying consistent. That is the key for consistent progress, is to stay consistent. So my advice to you is to go online, search for a TDEE calculator. That stands for Total Daily Energy Expenditure, which means how many calories you're burning every day. Now, if you're trying to lose weight, you're going to find this number and you're going to subtract 500 calories from it, and there's your calorie goal for the day. It's really simple, guys. It's not rocket science. So if this calculator tells you that you're burning, say, 2,500 calories a day, 2,500 calories is your maintenance calorie intake. What you're going to do is you're going to subtract 500 from that. Now you got 2,000 calories. That is your calorie goal for the day. That's how much you're going to eat 9 times out of 10. 90% success rate of hitting 2,000 calories. And it's not that hard to do. That doesn't mean that they have to be 2,000 calories of chicken and rice, right? It doesn't have to be 2,000 calories of chicken and broccoli, but it does have to be 90% good whole foods with a little bit of fun sprinkled in there too. But you've got to hit the 2,000 calories. That is priority number one. Priority number two is going to be all the little details, like how much protein you're getting, how many carbs you're getting, how many fats you're getting. Your protein should be pretty close to 1 gram per pound of lean body mass that you have, as a general rule, as kind of your minimum. If you're getting more than that, that's okay. Excess protein gets converted into usable energy. So pretty much your body turns your excess protein into carbs anyway. Would it be more efficient just to eat less protein and more carbs at that point? Sure, but better safe than sorry in terms of protein. So if you're overeating protein slightly, your body's going to take care of that for you, so you don't have to worry about it. Fat, you should be getting in like 0.4 to 0.5 grams per total pounds body weight. The reason you want that much fat is it's really, really important for brain function, hormone function. There's a lot of really good things that dietary fat does for you. So your minimum for fat is 0.4 to 0.5 grams per total pounds total body weight. Based on those two numbers, you can figure out how many calories you've already spent on your protein and your fat. The rest of your calories you can spend on carbs. Okay, carbs are not the devil. Carbs are not going to kill you. Guys, and again, this goes for if you're losing weight or trying to gain weight. Either way, It doesn't matter. These numbers are the same. The only thing that changes are the calories. And as a result of that, your carbs are going to change because the fat and protein minimums stay the same. Make sense? So if you're hitting the same fat and protein minimums, but your calories are going down, that means your carbs are going down. That's the only reason why you have to take carbs away. It's not because carbs make you fat. It's not because carbs are evil. It's because you need to hit those calorie goals. All right? So once you have all those numbers, start applying them every single day, no matter what. 90% success rate, guys. That's what we're shooting for. It's a high standard, but this is what it takes to see these results in this amount of time. And again, what you eat is less important, as surprising as that is. So if you can fit, your couple slices of pizza into your 2,000 calorie day and you're still hitting your protein and fat minimums and you're still hitting all these numbers, that's okay. Honestly, that is not going to slow down your progress if and only if you can fit it into all of these numbers. If you have those 2 slices of pizza and you go over 200 calories, you didn't fit it in, right? It's no longer keeping you, you're no longer on track at that point. Or if you have these 2 slices of pizza, in order to stay under your calories, now you're not able to hit your protein minimum. Same thing, you're no longer on track, right? So it's very, very specific that you need to stick to these numbers. But if you can do that and enjoy your pizza or your donut or whatever it is you're trying to enjoy, you're by all means do it. With the very important point that you are still sticking to these numbers. Okay? So, what I did was I figured out my numbers, I did all the math, and then I literally hit these numbers every single day for years, guys, years on end. There were thousands and thousands of successful days for myself that I strung together that got me to where I am now. It's really, really important that you start thinking about your days like that. And this really goes for anything in life too. Any goal that you're trying to attain, the worst thing you can do is start thinking about the end result and put all your focus on where you want to be and how much you have to do between now and then, and the how much of a difference there is between where you are and where you want to be. You don't want to concentrate on that. You don't want to put any energy into that. You should be putting all your energy into what are the tasks that I need to do right now, today, so that I have one more successful day in my pocket. That's all you need to worry about. Anything more than that, and you're going to get overwhelmed, and you're going to stop, and you're going to quit, and then you're going to fail. This happens all the time. You need to trust the process, and you need to do what you can today so that you can keep getting better tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day for years. This takes time, guys. This takes a lot of time. But if you focus day to day and learn to love the process of the day to day, it's not going to feel that long. And then before you know it, you're going to be posting this transformation and people are going to be like, how did you do that so fast? That's crazy. What's your secret? How did you get those results that fast? And you're going to go, that did not feel fast to me. That was years of hard work. But outside looking in, it's going to seem like you did it overnight, right? Because nobody's going to see those day-to-day successes that you concentrated on. So, to sum up, figure out your numbers, figure out your targets, hit them 9 times out of 10. 9 out of 10 days, you are 100% on target, okay? 90% success rate on that. Focus on the day-to-day. Do not worry about what's down the road. Don't even worry about what you have to do tomorrow. Worry about what you have to do today for today to be successful. And then once you do that for the day, once you've succeeded in hitting your calories or whatever else it is, you don't have to stress about it. You don't have to feel like you have more to do or to worry about because you already won the day. You don't have to worry about anything else. Okay? 3, stay consistent in this, guys. This is a long process that you're going to have to commit to over the course of years to really get where you want to go. That doesn't mean, people always will tell you to shoot for something attainable. Don't shoot for the cover of Men's Health or whatever it is. I say that's bogus. I say shoot for that goal. Shoot for the cover of Men's Health, because, you know, you might never get there, but if you get anywhere close, you're going to be in fantastic shape. You're going to be in the best shape of your life, right? So shoot high, stay consistent. You got this, guys. We're all in this together.
This is all I do. This is all I do.